February 26, 1942. Dear Margie. Just a couple of lines, darling, in answer to your letter regarding the weekend. I had forgotten about the wedding Saturday night, that is why I asked you to come to Niagara. At least that is one reason, dear. The other is I don't get paid until Monday or Tuesday, which makes it bad. However, darling, if I can make it Sunday, I will wire Saturday night. One thing, dear, is I'm afraid skiing will be out, as the old knee is still weak and I have to watch it. If I stay home, and I don't think I could stand another weekend without seeing you, I'll go to work. There is a chance if I want to take it. Got a letter from Gil. He doesn't say much. He has had 5 days in London, likes the country but loathes the towns and cities. He hasn't a very good word for the girls over there. The rest of the letter told me how hard it was to get smokes. He says English tobacco is terrible and hard to get. He can't even get cigarette paper, so guess I must keep the smokes moving. Well, darling, it's pretty late, so guess I'll roll in. All my love, dear. As ever. Roger XXXX. March 2nd, 1942. Dear Margie. Here it is, Monday morning. I intended on writing Saturday night or last night but didn't get around to it. Here is the short note, darling, and in pencil, but you will excuse it please as time marches on. Sorry, I couldn't make it yesterday, but the checks didn't arrive, and by the time I had cleaned up my debts I was too near broke to move from the place. Had dinner with Tex and his wife last night. They are anxious to meet you, and I don't blame them. They are nice kids, and think you will like them. I haven't much news, darling, as I didn't do anything exciting this week. In fact, a Sunday in a boarding house is about the most dreary way anyone could spend a day, and have still 2 Sundays in a row that way. How did the wedding go over? Fine, I hope. The next one you go to will be your own, I hope. Being a bachelor is no good, and I want my girl. Are you coming over next weekend, dear? I hope so. It seems that we have more time together, but of course that will be up to you. Let me know. Well, darling, time marches on, so we'll have to go. Excuse the single sheet, but it's the only one left. Bye-bye, darling, all my love. I promise a longer letter next time. As ever. Roger XXXX. March 4th, 1942. Dear Margie. It was really a pleasant surprise to find your letter waiting for me Monday night, dear. I really didn't expect one, and with the snap, I think that it is good, don't you? I need a new one for my pocketbook. So, you are an auntie, that's great, but rather sudden, wasn't it? I am sorry that Barb had such a hard time of it, and hope her experience won't make you nervous or frightened. That's generally the case if the mother has undergone any strain through worry, for example. But it's all over and all is fine. Glad Peter pulled through okay. It must be a tremendous strain on the man. Think I'll take either when my time comes. What do you think, dear? Maybe Peter will give me advice. I'll be over Saturday night, dear, maybe on the afternoon train, so I would land in the city about 6 in that case. But don't count on the afternoon, dear, as I won't be sure until the last minute. The storm stopped the works yesterday and we came home at noon. The trucks didn't get started until nearly 10 this morning. I spent the whole day outside, and was it ever swell? The sun was bright and we could hardly see. I hope it holds out for the weekend, darling, and then we can get some skiing in. It will probably be the last for me, so here is hoping the snow holds out. There really isn't much news, dear, and I must get some studying in, as tomorrow night we have a pretty severe test on contract laws and city bylaws, so I have a pretty big night ahead of me. Write soon, darling. I love you, Margie, and Sunday won't come fast enough. As ever, Roger XXXX.